Hello, my wee womps. Today, I am bringing to you something that was originally planned to just be on Patreon for a really long time, but as we are in this sort of flux state where everybody ill, everybody dying, don't dying. Everybody not dying. Nobody's dying. Everybody's okay. That made it sound so much more worse. Anyway, I figured that I would unlock these episodes for you. These are the Andalite's Gift. This is the Megamorphs book, which I have slotted as 7.5. And as you'll hear in this episode, I recorded it with husband Zaki, who is hilarious and very good. And while we're here, I thought that I would also give you a little bit of bonus tier ranking thanky thoughts. I will have a full unhinged tier ranking episode for you soon in this interim that I think will be really fun. But today I would like to bring you my list, and this is off of the dome right now, my list of who of the animorphs I would trust most to watch a baby. Coming in at the bottom of the list is Axe. He does not know what that is. He does not know what to do. That is a dangerous situation. I feel like he would give the baby a knife and a gun, and I don't think the baby should have that, probably. Next up, it is Marco. He is giving that baby Pepsi. You know, that baby is crying, and he's like, what could this baby want? It's probably Pepsi. Next, I'm gonna say Tobias. That is a bird. He's a bird. When he is in boy form, I guess maybe he could do okay with it, but that is a bird, and I don't feel like he's ever been around a baby. I don't think he would know what to do. Next up, we have Rachel. Now, Rachel, I think, would be fine. She has been parentified quite a bit. I am not ignoring that, but I just don't want to do that to our girl. I think that she has enough struggles in this lifetime. I think she has enough responsibilities. So I guess it's less about trust and more, I just want better for her. I don't think she needs to do that again. Next up, we have Jake. I think he'd do just fine. Next, coming in at number 1, obviously we have Cassie. Duh. Right? Like, maybe she'd be like, babies, can they handle horse medicine? But I think that she's like actually smart. She's like smart for real, right? So I think she'd be okay to handle the baby. I think I would trust her most with the baby. Coming in at negative 1 million is VISSER 3. I don't think that would go so well for the baby. Okay, here's the episode. Enjoy.
Brought to you by Hug House Productions. Welcome back to another episode of Never Morphed, a series in which I read every Animorphs book for the first time. This time, I am joined by sweet husband, Zaki. He's my husband, and I love him, and so do you, but you can't have him. Psych, I'm polyamorous. Double psych, he isn't. He's the best boy in the world and the funniest person alive, and you love him. And together, we are reading every Megamorphs book, and I'm thrilled. And this is the first one, Megamorphs 1, The Andalite's Gift. That title is bullshit. Now, all that being said, the recording of this episode was fraught, to say the least. The first 5 chapters got eaten by the internet. I'm so sorry. So let me fill in some gaps for you. Zaki has none history with animorphs. He is reading the books along with me because he's the best. His history with me is that we are married many years. And also, you will hear us continually call the big, scary alien thingy jean jacket. This is a reference to the film Nope, in which a big, scary, shape-shifting alien is also called, jean jacket. Sometimes we also call him JJ. Okay, sorry. If I ever find those first few chapters, I will fix everything. But until then, let's go. So, chapter 6, Rachel
POV. My girl wakes up and she has all the way amnesia.
Yes.
I know that you had a really good first note here. Can you give it to us?
Yes. I could not imagine the amnesia and body horror time. It's a horrible combo.
Yep.
That's wild. Could not imagine waking up and then immediately looking down and, seeing what she sees.
Yeah, go ahead and explain the state that she is in at present.
Oh God. So her legs are the upper half of each leg was shaped like a normal human leg, and then the bottom half are just huge talons, and then her fingers are 5 fingers, but they have feathers sticking out of the flesh. And then
awful.
Yeah, a beak instead of instead of a mouth, it's a beak. Which is just like, I would also not have, all you could say is like an eagle shriek.
Yes.
Sorry. Also, I didn't say this earlier, but I did actually start tracking some of the more horrific words that were all, verbs specifically that are just in this book. But a few of them start in this one.
Go for it.
So there's melt and split open. I think that was when she first morphs in like chapter 2 or whatever her first. Yeah. That was the first. It happens a lot with the bugs and the birds. Twice for the fly morph. Crunching is not. It's not great. Grinding noise comes up earlier. And yeah, there's a few others. I'll highlight them as we go. But there's one phrase that I do wanna. It's wild. It doesn't fit quite in this category of nasty words to describe body changing. But I could feel a sudden nausea as a human stomach reappeared. Ugh. I think that one got me the most.
That's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, so that was those are some of the ones I picked out. Yep. So
thank you for charting those so that I don't have to.
Yeah, so she's having a hard time. And is like, I probably wasn't always like this. I should probably be able to change something. I don't know whether I'm an eagle or a human, but I'm probably not an eagle.
Yeah. So when I say she has all the way amnesia, I mean that she does not remember her name. She does not remember where she is. She does not remember who she is. And she knows that she is probably a human, but she's not even really like sure about that. And so she just sees herself half bird, half human, screaming. Truly a nightmare. She does start demorphing, which is great. But then in comes fucking Jean Jacket.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm not paying attention to you. Which is very, at her core, Rachel, which I deeply loved, that she's just like, I have more important shit to deal with right now. You can wait to the big, terrifying monster.
Yeah, just like, it's watching, and I don't have time for that. I might get some answers. These answers are more important than whatever this thing is.
Mm-hmm. So chapter 7, we go back to Tobias, and he is flying cover, like watching over the party because he knows about Marco's plan and he's not a goddamn fool.
Yes. Just
Marco didn't ask, to be clear. Tobias just showed up because he knows.
Well, he doesn't want his friends to die, and he was looking, and they could have died twice.
Yes.
Once to a cat that had already eaten, and then to a hawk that he actively is like, no, these two are mine. Don't go after them.
Yes.
So they fully could have died.
Yes.
And like,
let alone later on during the party and with the tornado monster.
yeah, of course. I don't know how a Cooper's hawk hunts, but if it's anything like any other hawk, I don't think they would have had a lot of time to demorph and avoid or regrow anything.
No, and especially not because Axe is... He would have to demorph to Andalite form and then human form.
Yeah, nah, it...
So he sees Jean Jacket. He sees everyone else see Jean Jacket. And then he notices something useful here. He notices that when it disperses, when it like disintegrates, it doesn't just like stop existing. Instead, it all starts trailing into the woods very, 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 very fast. It's not being dispersed by the wind. The particles that make it up are all going to the same place.
Hawkeyes are crazy intense. Literally seeing individual particles of JJ being like, oh, this is actually like, yeah, a bunch of bugs or something.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a bunch of little guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have not yet read Bury Your Gaze.
No.
But I fully... Okay, so you know like Big Hero 6?
Yeah.
I thought they were doing a Big Hero 6. I was convinced that these were like nanobots.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're not... It's kind of like organic nanobots.
Yeah, I'm not
Jupiter,
wrong, but I'm also
Saturn.
definitely not right.
I mean, you're closer than I think you're giving yourself credit for.
Hey, thanks. Ain't that just the way?
It's as close to nanobots as you can get that is not nanobots.
Yeah, perfect.
It's the closest non-zero nanobots.
Yes. And then chapter 8, we actually just flip right back to Rachel, which I was surprised to see her again so quickly.
I do kind of like that sometimes Applegate like switches between like right back and forth between characters.
Yes.
It really helps like keep everyone sort of in general kind of the same timeline, except for, and of course then she does have to kind of go back a little bit in time for like for Cassie's chapter next, but it is also like I do like being able to go back and forth. It's neat.
Yeah, the pacing in this is just so good. It's so fun. This Rachel chapter, like even more than the chapter where the tornado ripped the house off of the house, this is the chapter that I was like, oh, this book is like crazy. First off, Rachel is all the way back in human form, but something about her bones are wrong, and I don't like that.
Oh, yeah, the bones were connected wrong. Yeah. It was still like connecting, or it was still reconnecting correctly, which, I mean, yeah, it would suck to try and run mid-morph.
Yeah, so she starts sprinting away from Jean Jacket, and she's also sprinting on incorrect bone alignment
Legs.
and not having the tendons and shit in the right places. Nightmare.
I mean, very athletic, I guess. Because, like, yeah, that's got to be, that's like playing Quap, almost.
Yeah, it's like playing
Yeah, she
Quap
goes
in real
straight
life.
from playing Quap in real life to playing Frogger.
Frogger.
And it's, I like to think of it as she's playing Frogger, and so is Jean Jacket, but Jean Jacket's playing on God mode, and when it hits a truck, it just eats the truck instead.
Yes, because Jean Jacket chases her out of the woods and onto the fucking freeway.
Yes.
So
Now this giant tornado monster is chasing a human girl on the freeway, causing absolute destruction and mayhem, chomping through cars and the road, and everything is totally destroyed. And notably, it it crashes into a Ben and Jerry's semi, and pints go everywhere. I do want to point out that one of the flavors discussed is wavy gravy, which was discontinued in 2001 and sounded really good. And now I'm sad that I can't have it.
Yep. There's one bit where it's like, but the beast, it was on me. All I can think of is just the beast.
Over
it's
the
upon
wall?
me.
Yes. Me too. I was thinking of that the entire time.
The beast.
It's just that
like,
character from Over the Garden
Yep.
Over the Garden Wall.
And it's like, no, dude, it's not. It is for Rachel, not for you, man. You're just
So in the midst of all of this, the monster just does its thing again where it stops and it's just like, never mind, bye. And it pieces out. A dude with a camcorder comes out. He is filming the wreckage. And meanwhile, Rachel is like, literally, who am I? Fucking nightmare. My poor girl.
into the woods.
Into the woods.
Poor girl.
So chapter 9, we hop over to Cassie. And we've got Cassie, Jake, Marco, and Axe in human form watching the news at Cassie's, trying to see what was said, because these were obviously like very public occurrences that just happened out in the open. The reporter says that it was probably like 1 to 2 freak tornadoes, and some kids said it looked like a monster, but they're just kids. So obviously they're like, okay, well, that's bullshit. And that argument doesn't seem like it's very watertight. But so they're taping the report that's going on, and they see the destruction that happened on the freeway. And they're like, hold up. What's up with that human girl?
Yeah.
That looks like a familiar human girl.
Yes.
That is Rachel, not at gymnastics camp.
Well, yeah, because like they pause it and like Cassie's the only one who like kind of catches it, and then everyone's like, what are you talking about? And then everyone looks at it and it's like, oh shit, it's Rachel.
Yeah.
Because like, of course they're, taping a lot of like TV reports, especially ones that like are about all the weird stuff that's happening in the town, because, it might be controller related. Mm-hmm. I think I don't know if they're retaping a lot of these, like taping back over previous tapes, because like it's not like they have a giant like
stockhold of blank tapes.
Yes. But like if they were, I think it'd be the weirdest collection of like TV reports and everything. Like that's a conspiracy theory thing, like right there, of just like here's this
Cloverfield mode.
Yeah, here's a trunk full of random weird TV reports from the last like I don't know how many books these would go over for the time.
Get Bertle Moose on that shit.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
I would watch those.
But yeah, just, and I think this is also where it's like, oh yeah, Axe doesn't know what JJ is after seeing it on tape, and everyone's like, oh, this is like scary. We have no idea what this is. And it's literally, I think, the first time that everyone is on the same page, and it's like, nope, we're all completely confused and have nothing on this.
I really would have assumed that this was just like another like species or like technology that Axe totally would have known about. And when he didn't, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, just like, I think Marco is like, yeah, man, what could it be? Come on, tell me. And Axe is like, I genuinely don't know. And it's like, well, crap, we can't plan around the complete unknowns. But yeah.
So this book is so stressful. So
We hop back to Rachel, thank God. But she is just walking in the woods. She's just been walking in the woods for hours, not knowing where she is, not knowing who she is, just being really scared and not knowing anything and just being like, I hope my memories come back to me, which they do not.
Yeah.
Then she... I love her so much. So Rachel's soul is still
Yes.
there. Let's be very clear.
Yes. This is the first, real,
So she sees a shack with a clothesline, and she immediately sees a sweater on the clothesline, and she's like, oh, that's from the Limited.
I mean, I guess good on her for the brand recognition. Why? Wild.
Innate fashion knowledge in her soul. That is her version of muscle memory. It's gymnastics and knowing fashion. I love her.
Man, also, I don't think there's anything in any media where someone has gone towards an inhabited shack in the woods and had a good time. I think every single time you go to a shack, it's bad for everyone involved.
Yeah.
There's no good shacks in the woods.
Well, I bet before Hansel and Gretel got to that witch's candy house shack, I bet that other kids did. And that
other kids?
Yeah, she probably had a good time. The witch probably had a good time.
Yeah.
Then.
Okay, well, that's a little one-sided.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
So there is an old lady who seems crazy, which I'm going to just use here. That is how she is described.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to unpack this right now. You can't make me. So this oldish lady seems crazy, and she keeps telling Rachel that if she wants to return the garment, she needs a receipt.
Yeah.
Which is baffling. I still don't know what to make of this lady. I'm still very confused by this lady.
There's some stuff. At least I think I understand what is going on with her. But we can kind of go over what I think once we kind of get a little further in, I guess.
Sure. So Rachel notably has no shoes on for all of this. So she is looking to buy some shoes, and the woman is like, okay, cash your credit. And Rachel looks around and she picks up a piece of pine bark, and she says credit, and uses it as a credit card, and it works in as much as she has now acquired a shoe. And this, I know what you're going to say here, Zach. But
I actually don't know what I'm going to say here.
I associate a coniferous forest with the West Coast.
Okay.
So I looked it up, and the only real coniferous forests out east are the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. But there are very few coniferous forests out here. So maybe this is either Pine Barrens and they're in New Jersey, or this is West Coast.
I mean, I've said some of my opinions on some of the during the notes. I don't want to freaking dox the animorphs. That is not. Yeah. That's not my plan here.
That is your hardline stance. Don't dox the animorphs.
Yes. I believe that I think you are right with them being in kind of Jersey-ish area, because I've been in Jersey recently, and they do have have pine trees. They do have things. Again with the ocean, we haven't seen them experience a winter yet. I think that'll be the telling bit, is what actually happens during the winter, because that'll tell whether we're in California or not, because there won't be one. But yeah,
Yeah.
I still, and again, with Cassie's barn being in her family, East Coast, because you can't really have that in the West Coast, at least as far as back as she was describing.
Yeah, nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so that's my guess still, but we'll see.
Well, who's doxing the animorphs now, huh?
Yeah, I didn't say where.
Okay. Okay.
It's not like I'm like,
well,
they're on Meadows Street. I don't know, man, or like what city or anything. But yeah, I know. You put me there. I'm answering your question.
so this woman full on knows about Yerks.
Yeah.
She starts talking. So it seems like I'm gonna give you this passage. She says, it says, she spoke in a much quieter voice. No, you don't want to hurt me. You just want to crawl inside my head like you did before. Crawl inside my head. Make me give you my husband. Make me give him to you. My children, all for you. Controlling me in my head. But you died, didn't you, Yerk? So it seems like she is somebody who at one point was a controller, but the Yerk died. And now we are seeing like the aftermath of an unyerked, previously yerked person who probably was like in that state for quite some time, I'm guessing.
I mean,
but she doesn't seem to know the difference between like a yerk and a controller. Like she's calling Rachel a yerk, which Rachel clearly is not. She's a person.
I mean, my guess or my understanding of what happened or what was kind of happening in this is that because this is 7.5, so it's after 7, is she at some point, got by some controllers, got infected with a yerk, was a controller for a bit. While she was being a controller, the yerk infected her family, as she says. And then when the events of book 7 happen, which is the Cadrona rays,
Yeah.
all the ones on Earth, like a lot of the ones on Earth, like they are cut off and a lot of the yerks can't make it and then they die in their hosts. And given what Jake experienced, I would say that if you did not know what was going on and this yerk is doing what it is doing and experiencing and what you were experiencing, I would also maybe go a little insane if I saw what Jake saw and had no context for it.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about what happened in book 7, and now this makes much more sense and is it's so fucked up.
Yes. That's why I'm like, I feel bad for this lady because she's like, yeah, you're going to come and put a yerk in me again. And it's like, no, that's why she's like, yeah, you don't do it. And why she traps her and then sets fire. Yeah, I would also not blame her for that. But also don't, because she's not. Yeah. So that's my understanding of what happened.
Got it.
Or at least like from context clues and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she pushes Rachel into a trapdoor, like in the ground. And so now Rachel is trapped. And of course, at that point, we hop POVs again. Chapter 11, we're over to Jake. Jake, Marco, Axe, and Tobias are patrolling for Rachel, and they're in wolf morphs.
Right, yeah.
And then my notes go, and then it's fucking back again. By it here, I believe I meant JJ. And then I said, this thing is alerted by morphing. I bet you anything. And I was so right. I called it. I called it in chapter 11.
Congrats.
Thanks. I don't usually do that. So I was very proud.
I mean, you got really close on 6.
Thank you. Then we hop back to chapter 12, back to Rachel. And And slowly memories start coming back to her. Namely, Prince Elfingor's death is like one of the first things that she remembers. Very fucked up. And then the old lady starts burning the shack down to kill Rachel dead.
Yeah, and then fortunately, she starts to get some memories of the different morphs and is like, oh man, it's time for a bear. It's time to smash this basement apart.
Which is the worst possible morph right now. She is so bad at controlling the bear morph. We already know.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't know that there's a 2-hour limit on morphing yet. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. As soon as I realized that she was going into the bear morph, because at first I thought she was going to be the elephant morph, and I was like, okay. But when I saw it was the bear morph, I was like, fuck, no! Rachel!
I did not realize that bears had bad eyes until I actually read this book.
Me either.
But yeah, definitely. I will not forget that, given what happened at the end of book 7. Just charging into an elevator full of Orc-Bajir. Not a great time. Definitely. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just very glad that they regenerate limbs. That's all. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I think Rachel has lost the most limbs at this point. Hands down.
She's always losing limbs.
Legs down at this point. Well, no. Arms down on this one. Yeah. She doesn't. Just arms on this one. Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, chapter 12, we hop over to Marco. While they are half morphed, he uses thought speak to see if he can do it, and he can, which just seems like good information to have.
Yeah.
They fully morph into wolves. They're running through the trees, trying to get it to trying to get JJ to slow down, but it does not. It is still just burning through these trees, chomping them up. And then they're coming up to a meadow, which is bad because then it's going to be even less slowed down. I did continue my thought process here that this is nanobots. I said, thing is not slowing down. I really don't think it is an alive guy, by which I meant I thought it was robots.
I do feel bad that they head for denser woods, which probably means it's an older forest. So they're just going through old. Yeah. I mean, I get it. They got to survive. But also that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Quarter mile of woods.
Maybe, yeah. I wish I could think of it as strategic. Maybe it's so that, fire season doesn't get worse, but I don't think that that's the case at all. I don't think it's going to help anything. I mean,
argument for the Northeast. There is a fire, and it doesn't spread like it would in, West Coast because of the shack, because they smell the smoke, and then the shack's on fire.
Right.
And it's like, oh, Rachel, bear morphin energy. I gotta go eat it. Well, I gotta go get it so I can eat. Yes.
And this confirmed my suspicion that it's called by morphing. So chapter 13, we hop back over to Rachel. Thank God. I'm so stressed. Grizzly morph. I'm terrified. It's so bad. And the beast, Jean Jacket, JJ, shows up and is about to attack. And Rachel is like, nobody the fuck attacks a grizzly. Bitch, I'll kill you. Because she's in grizzly mode.
Yeah.
So, I guess we don't quite get the attack in this chapter. I think that we get it. I think that we are with Axe's POV when it occurs.
Yeah.
But long story short, that tactic does not pay off for Rachel. But Axe shows up.
And we get his POV.
Yeah. But first he's like, "Hi, Rachel. What are you doing, bestie?" And she's like, "Who the fuck is Rachel?" And he's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. It was neat to hear his version of the intro.
Yes.
That was nice. It was neat to see that. And also I did not realize how scared he is most of the time.
No,
He does not let on, like, he did kind of let on a little bit, I think, in one of the earlier books with the other animorphs, but like not as you see a new depth here, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man, you were also still a child. As
Yeah.
as Joshi would say it, a child soldier, which, I mean, not wrong.
So chapter 15, we have our first Axe POV chapter. I was so excited. Pretty immediately, we do get that fear that you were talking about, where he just like automatically assumes that Jean Jacket is targeting him specifically. Like it's here to kill him specifically, which is so sad.
Yeah.
He also does not think of himself as an animorph. He thinks of himself as an ally to the animorphs, which I thought was really interesting. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't really consider himself like in their ranks, I guess.
Yeah, because he's not, but I know that at least the kids kind of view him as being in their ranks, but yeah, I don't know. I think that it's kind of, I hope that they get closer, in the future,
Yeah,
but like,
me too.
it is interesting to see that there's still like a little bit of a degree of separation between them.
I think of him as an animorph proper, personally.
Same.
So he doesn't even go to the smoke because he thinks that that's where Rachel is. He goes to the smoke to hide from this beast that he thinks is coming to kill him specifically. And then he sees Rachel. And he sees her and he's like, "Girl, no." But she keeps fighting. And he watches her like kind of punch JJ. And that whole arm gone. Just like goes into the beast and is gone. Leaves with none arm.
Yeah.
So that's terrifying.
And like, he's trying, but like, she doesn't even know her name and just is in grizzly bear mode, and like, she can't parse what's going on.
No, like she's not even good at controlling grizzly bear brain on a good day, and this is sure the fuck not a good day.
No. Ugh.
So he watches as the monster beast thing starts just like engulfing Rachel. And he morphs into a harrier hawk to follow the beast, and he puts two and two together first. He's the first one to figure it out that the beast is called by morphing.
Yeah.
And instead of taking Rachel, because he was the last one to morph, now the eyes are on him, eyes or whatever, the attention is on him. So it engulfs him. And he, again, notices really quickly that if he struggles at all, he is going to be sliced apart just like Rachel's arm or paw. So he demorphs and then just stays still. And at that moment, he says that he knows what its purpose is and what its master's name is. And like, immediately, I knew that he knew that this is VISSER 3 bullshit.
Yeah.
I didn't know the purpose yet, but we know it's VISSER 3 bullshit.
Yeah. Good old VISSER 3 just being a absolute... He does not like to do things himself. He is absolutely a delegator, and that's why he consistently fails, is because he keeps delegating things to people that he does not trust and then murders.
Yes, that's correct. that is
End of
the
sentence.
most correct summation of VISSER 3.
Oh,
Yeah, this chapter I was so excited for our first Axe POV, and then it was so fucking sad.
yeah, and like he is really smart, and like he's doing his best, and he's just like, no, he's still a scared kid.
Yeah.
I forgot, like, until I was listening, that like Josh pointed out, like, yeah, he's kind of still a 5-year-old. He tried to use the beacon as like a kind of a toy to like get get a ship, but like of course they know that it's not going to be like correct, like it's not the same, and he's trying to operate as an adult, and he's not like he's just not, and he's a kid just like them, and I think that they all forget that a lot.
Yeah, they really do. They really do. So chapter 16, we hop over to Jake, and they're like at the crime scene, like little noir detectives putting together clues. Crime scene here being the burned down shack. So they put together essentially that what went down, they can figure out kind of what went down, but absolutely not why, and like what the fuck, what the context is.
Yeah.
So they can figure out that Axe was here and then he's just gone. The footprints, his hoof prints just stop. And they're like, it's crazy. It's like he was just lifted right into the air, which is in fact, we know exactly what happened.
A real Arden
think that
kind of situation.
Yeah. And don't they see like a trail of Rachel blood?
Yes, they do see a trail of Rachel blood down to the river, and Tobias is like, I'm looking, and he's like, I couldn't find her, and like, yeah, I'd also have difficulty finding someone who floated a quarter mile down the river, and it is no longer a bear losing a ton of blood. I would also have trouble finding them.
Yeah.
And of course, they're both like blaming each other. Or like Tobias blames himself, and then Jake also blames himself, even though he's telling Tobias not to blame himself because that's the way they be. I don't blame him. I would also probably do the same, but like, Jake, yeah, they all go back out to try and find anything. And just try to... Well, Tobias goes back out, and Jake and Marco be like, oh man, it's almost like... We have to head back because it's almost 9 o'clock, and we have to not, we still have to be human people.
I really liked this moment before we move on to chapter 17, where they figure out that Axe was probably like... Something happened to him regarding this big monster, and there is this thought that they all have, like, oh, he's probably shredded to shit. Like, he's probably super dead. And then Tobias is just like, no, I think he's probably okay. I don't think that we should underestimate Axe. And I just really appreciated that. I just really liked it. I thought it was very sweet.
Yeah. It was nice. They're like, yeah, it's... We gotta trust him.
Mm-hmm. So chapter 17, we hop over to Cassie. Finally, she's been missing not missing literally, like we haven't gotten a chapter from her in so long. And I was starting to get really stressed out about where she was.
Yeah, we didn't get we were gone. That was 8 chapters. Yeah.
And she is at the mall, and she doesn't want to be there. She doesn't want to be at the mall. She hates this. She first off thinks that it's kind of misogynistic that she's being sent to the mall. Jake sent her there instead of letting her come along with everyone else to go like, oh, well, maybe Rachel is at the mall. Maybe we can find her there. Let's go to her usual haunts.
Yeah.
But Cassie also thinks that Jake sent her away because she's been having these nightmares, and Jake is trying to protect her, and she doesn't like that. But mostly...
She just hates them all.
Yeah, I'm with Cassie. Like, yeah, I also would not want to be at the mall, especially when my friends are trying to find my best friend who we cannot find. Like, I would also want to be out there, but also with Jean Jacket on the loose, yeah, I'd also still be a little scared.
Yes. There was only one store that she walked past that I didn't recognize. It's called August Woman. I had never heard of that before.
I mean, I don't recognize Casual Corner, but it was Mrs. Fields. Was that? Because I just think of like the cookie. Was it at like a bakery?
Yeah, no, it was like how you could go and get like a pretzel. You could go get like a big cookie.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah. Well, August Woman, I thought like, okay, well, certainly this is something that just like doesn't exist anymore. It does still exist. And it sells the most overpriced horse shit. It is all like organic linen nightgown.
Oh, so
and there was a robe for $400 on their website.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What's the one shop that you got those like nice glasses from that were overpriced? The
Anthropology.
Yeah, it's like Anthropology that's even more.
Yes. It's like if Anthropology didn't even have like an interesting aesthetic to it.
Oh.
Like Anthropology, for as obnoxious and overpriced and horseshit as it is, it has like a very clear vision. August Woman just looks like plain linen. Like that's it.
Like
yeah.
Like a boring mix of like Joanne Fabrics and Amber and the story you said that I can't remember immediately.
Anthropology. No, I would just say it's like you know in a TV show if they have to convey like this is a cult and everybody's wearing the same like plain linen like shirt and pants. It's like that.
Got it. That's I would also not want to shop at a store that you could be like, yeah, this is a cult. This is where you get your cult supplies. Yeah.
Yeah. So she obviously doesn't see Rachel here, but she does see Chapman, and she sees him in B. Dalton, and he's looking at magazines. And something about this I just thought was extremely funny. Like, first off, I think it would be extremely funny to go into like a bookstore and see your high school assistant principal looking at magazines specifically. Like I think that would be very funny. But then also to know that he is Chapman and he's a controller, like something about the frivolity of magazines was very funny to me.
Yeah, I mean, like, because it's not like he's gonna read them. He doesn't care.
No.
And it's just like thumbing through the magazines, like, yeah, bud, I bet you're bored. You're just, he's literally killing time and just being like, I have to act like human, and man, there's just nothing in here that's interesting. This is looking at magazines and seeing nothing is, I mean, even like this is the 90s. The magazines are even like kind of nice at this point still, right? Like magazines were actually had a decent amount of quality to them at this point. Ish?
In 97? No.
Oh,
I would say this is like one of the worst moments in magazine history.
Oh, okay. Well, I never really, I had Nickelodeon magazine and that was about it.
Those were the days. I just gonna say, I don't think he was looking at that one.
No, I doubt it. Wait,
I don't know what he would be looking at, but I just don't think it would be Nickelodeon.
And also, I think that that did not last long, and it was also not very good. Was it Nickelodeon? I don't remember. Either way,
it was. I know it was Nickelodeon, and it was actually pretty okay. It was not bad. He's not here to look at magazines. He is here on some kind of covert mission. He goes into... oh, wait, no, we don't even know that yet.
Yep.
She's just following him. Oh, my God. So Cassie is like, I'm going to follow him. So she goes into the employee bathroom. She sneaks in there. She hides her clothes in a trash can under some paper towels and morphs into a fly to follow him. With nobody else around, with none of the other animorphs, after she's told people countless times not to do exactly this, she does it.
Well, I mean, she's been a fly before, though.
That's true. And she is really good at morphing. Like, I do trust her
Yeah.
more than anyone else with this, but I still think it's foolish.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like she's actually really good at being a fly, though, because she's like,
Yeah, she is.
She's like, actually, this is the closest she's getting to be in terms of like the group's Rachel. Like, she's getting to break into a bathroom, locking it, transforming into a fly very quickly, and then like doing a little spy mission, because she hasn't done a spy mission before. Pretty much
That's true.
most people have done it, I think, with the exception of like, I don't know if Marco's done a spy mission, but well,
I would argue that Marco has done a really important spy mission.
which I'm forgetting what's the heavy air quotes spy mission that he did.
He was getting really important intel on whether or not Darlene was talking about him at the party.
Of course. How could I forget? I was like, was he getting info on the old man that he tried to stop from getting robbed?
That scene was so crazy.
God.
So, okay, chapter 18, we're back to Axe, which is wonderful. I love him, but it's also still just like a really sad, scary, rough chapter because he is being deposited into Visser 3's blade ship. And Axe, of course, is like terrified of Visser 3, the person who killed his brother.
He's also like surrounded by Hork-Bajir with Dragon beams, which is like, oh, dang, there was at least 10 of them. And it's like, wow, okay, he's really not taking chances, which is unusual for him. He usually is just like, these are idiot Andalites. I'll take care of them. But
yes,
not this time.
Yeah, and Visser 3 takes this as evidence. Seeing Axe in his Andalite form, he takes this as evidence that all of the animorphs are Andalites, which is what he's been trying to tell the others, even though he's very wrong. It seems like everybody is like, Visser 3, I really don't think they're Andalites. Like, I really think something else is going on here. We have much evidence that they're not Andalites. And he's just like, no, they're Andalites. And now he's taking this as evidence that they're all Andalites. And Axe just leans into it.
Yeah.
And he calls the others his uncles.
Yeah, I do love that they're his uncles. And like, if Visser 3 was smart, he would have just been like, oh wait, isn't this the same Andalite that's kind of small? Like,
yeah,
this is the same guy. It's not like he's grown a lot. Like, I don't know how distinctive they are from each other. I assume that they each have their own, distinctive features. I think he's just kind of, it's weird to say this, I think he's race blind for Andalites. I mean, also just species blind, because he couldn't recognize an ape from a human. So I think, does he have face blindness?
Just very stupid. I was just gonna ask, like, do we know what species Visser 3 was originally? Yes, he's a Yeerk, stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
So Visser 3 introduces his monster beast thing, and we finally get to figure out what it is.
Yeah, he gets to do his Bond villain.
Yes.
His Bond villain, not monologue, but
no, it's a monologue.
Yeah. He gets to do his monologue finally.
He gets one a book, at least. He calls it his pet. Its name is, he calls it a Valik, which literally translates to pet in. Now, what do we think the Yeerk language is called?
Yeerkies.
So I wrote down Yeerkies, Yeerkian, Yeerkish.
I like Yeerkish.
I think Yeerkish is good.
Think with
I'm sure that
the
it's going to get like an actual name at some point.
I like with the RK whenever you do the ish after. I think that's the.
Oh, like Orcish.
Yeah, like in Turkish.
Oh yeah. Right, like the real language.
I mean, I was also thinking Orcish. I was thinking both, but I was expecting you to go Turkish.
Yeah.
Because of the RK, not the RC. But yeah, I get you. We got there.
Okay, so
the Valik is an alive guy. He is
He's little bugs.
he's a little bug. He's from Saturn.
He kind of reminds me of like the way that like Axe describes it later is kind of the stick flyfish from Dungeon Meshi. Just like a miniature version of it.
Yeah, skyfish.
The skyfish, yeah, it kind of makes me think of the skyfish the way that Axe describes it later. I was just like tiny little guys with just like kind of a I don't know, weird little bodies. But yeah, just a ton of them. Yeah, VISSER 3 like programs it to like be able to feed off of the engines, like the fuel from the engines of the ship. Like I get that like I don't. Maybe JJ's smarter, but like I don't know why it wouldn't just go after the engines.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm on solid ground with like how this thing is quote unquote programmed at all.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I assume that he just meant like he trained it.
Yeah, like well, that's the thing is like if you train a dog using treats, but you leave the treat jar open, it's gonna go after the treat jar.
Maybe it's contained in a way where he can't access it?
I guess, maybe. Also, that is horrific that he's like, yeah, this thing is absolutely probably gonna die once it's done its purpose because I'm not gonna keep feeding it engine.
Right.
Or like feeding it from my engines.
Yeah, and also VISSER 3 is so fucking stupid. He is feeding this thing the energy that powers his ship, and also like the Kandrona beam was just knocked out. Like, I don't feel like the fuel for his ship is a renewable resource. Maybe it is, but it seems very foolish.
Yeah, just overall an interesting choice that he made, or he had someone else make, and then rolled with it. I genuinely do not. I really think that he is just a guy, like the equivalent of a white dude, and like in terms of like all the VISSERs, like he's just kind of like the one. He's the nepotism pick kind of thing of just like, yeah, dude, you got in because you're because I don't know, Jerry's dad is on the Council of 13, and you got his little Andalite. It's like, cool, good job, man. That's why you're here. You're not number one because you're useless.
Yes. So after learning all of this, I love the Valik. I think he's nice.
Yeah.
And I just want him to be freed and be happy, and I like him. And also, VISSER 3, after explaining the Valik, he's like, anyway, now you're in prison. And he imprisons Axe.
Yeah, and like, oh man, I feel so bad that Axe is like, feeling he has like a deep shame that he didn't kill or try to kill VISSER 3. And it's like, bud, you know you couldn't have. Even if you had tried, you would have still died.
No way.
Like, yes, you're quick, but also there are 10 of them watching you, and also VISSER 3 himself as well. Like, I hope that he learns that he shouldn't feel shame about this at some point. Like, I hope he learns that he...
Me too, but I doubt it.
Yeah, we'll see. He kind of gets a little better later on, but like still not as much as I wish he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So chapter 19, we hop back over to Cassie. And in fact, this is where we get her following Chapman into his secret spy meeting with some other controllers. So they're all having, again, so much of this book is like cheesy, campy, noir detective shit. Mm-hmm. The controllers are all just like huddled around having a little conversation. They talk about why VISSER 1 got away with letting the animorphs free in the last book. Which is so funny. And they're like basically
there was no proof that she did it, or if she did, why she did it. So she just like is fine. She just let them free to fuck with VISSER 3 and it worked because nobody can prove that she did it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, it was on her ship, right? Like, I doubt that she's gonna, if there was any footage, she deleted it. Like, come on. She knows how to cover her tracks. Like, she's not VISSER 3. Like, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. And like, but because of this, the heat is like really, really, really on them to catch the animorphs. Like stakes just keep getting higher for all of VISSER 3's commandants, I guess. Unionize. So they're kind of getting a little tiny bit of a break while VISSER 3 tries using the Valik because he's trying to get the Valik to do the work for them.
Yeah.
But they all know that it's a bad plan and that it's not sustainable. So they're like, what do we do?
Yeah, and it's like I saw they said that like, yeah, there's 10% of the police force are controllers. And it's like,
yeah.
That's both a bigger percentage and a smaller percentage than I would have guessed given
Yes.
given everything. But like, yeah, they are still spread thin. They can only do so much to cover up all the bullshit that they're saying.
Yeah, and so they're like, part of what they have to do right now, part of their energy is focused on trying to keep the story of the Valik under wraps because it was all in public and crazy.
Yeah, like, and if you do complain, VISSER 3 is just like, oh, you don't need to eat. You're gonna die. Like, bye.
Right.
Like, yeah. And also, maybe I might eat you or feed you to the taxons. Like, yeah, I don't have room for people who complain, which is just such a shitty boss.
Such a shitty boss.
Just awful boss.
Awful boss. And the Valik in this little meeting is called a morph hunter. So Cassie puts that together and then realizes, oh shit, I just morphed into a fly. And then, of course, right away, that's end of chapter, we get a POV switch. Of course.
Of course. At least it's right back to Rachel, who thankfully regrows her limbs fairly quickly into the chapter of just like, and starting to remember kind of who she is.
Slowly.
Yeah, and just like, okay, she at least gets to lay in like a cold stream, and like,
Yeah.
I'm sure that might help
nice.
numb it a little bit. Just, yeah, oh God, fingers. Yeah, just a lot of the continues to be a little bit of body horror. Rachel's really having the brunt of it this book.
So this chapter's pretty short. Like you said, her limbs are back. Getting flashes back slowly, and then she just decides like the woods are not where you're going to find answers. So go back to civilization. So she starts following a stream.
Yep. She's making her way downtown. She's making her way. She's sticking to the streams she's used to because she's not chasing waterfalls.
That is exactly how both of those songs go. Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote it down. Here, let me try again. She's making her way downtown. She's making my way, bump, bump. No, how does that song go? The Making My Way, the Ice Age one.
The Ice Age one?
The Ice Age one.
What?
Rusted Root. No, is it Rusted Root? Yeah, the Making My Way. Jesus.
Hold on.
I can't remember.
Hold on.
Not Making My Way.
You have referenced like 4 songs in rapid succession.
Yes. Well,
none of which are related.
Songs. Well, she's making her way back.
Okay. For Making My Way Back, are you thinking of Making My Way Downtown?
Yeah, so there's Making My Way Downtown. And then
that's Vanessa Carlton.
Yes.
Was that in Ice Age?
No, the other the big famous one from Rusted Root in Ice Age was Going My Way.
The song that was in Matilda?
Sure, also that one.
Send Me On My Way.
Send Me on my way. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Send me on my way, and then don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the streams rivers that you're used to because she's following the stream.
That's true. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. You're not wrong. Okay.
I tried to jumble all them up, and it didn't work.
It worked in its own really specific way.
Thanks. But hey, she's heading back to civilization.
She's heading back.
I think I was writing these notes when it's like almost midnight. I was a little loopy at that point.
Listen, the shit that I say in my notes, I could never judge you. So chapter 21, we hop over to Marco. This is a pretty short one. I didn't have many notes here. Everybody but Axe and Rachel are back at the barn. They figure out that the thing can only be in one place at one time. Like, even though it is a hive mind of tiny particles, it can't be separated. It's still one organism, and it has kind of limits. And then it has like a range of what it can sense and go towards. And they realize that their two options are kind of like, one, kick its ass somehow.
Find out how to kick its ass and then do it.
Yeah.
But we don't know how to do it yet, so we have to go
or
with option 2.
Well, no, that is the option they go with, because option 2 is never morph ever again.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I thought, well, I guess option 2 is try and tire it out.
Oh, yeah.
And then option 3 is never morph again.
Yeah. So after that, quick and easy chapter, hop back to Rachel. She is back in what seems like the suburbs to me.
Yeah.
She's so tired and sore.
Yeah, man. Like, she was getting to the point where she was just going to be like, hey, can I crash on your couch? Just going at a random house, just being like, hey, I don't know anything. I'm just a random person. Can I please sleep on your sofa? I'm so tired.
Instead, she finds the next best thing, an abandoned house.
Gets herself into the house, and like everything is empty. All she has is like the water from the faucet, and then a a box of vanilla wafers, which like,
Yeah.
it's not going to fill you up, but it's a good snack for when you're low on any kind of energy.
Yeah, I bet in that moment they tasted amazing.
Oh yeah. I cannot imagine how good those things tasted.
So she gets in through the window. The house is empty. And she falls asleep on the carpet. And she wakes up yelling, animorphs. That's just so funny to me. That's so funny. And then the police are knocking on the door. And then she's like, okay, time to be an elephant. It's a real whirlwind of a chapter.
Seriously, and like that's such a like, if this had not been written in the book, I feel like this would be in like a really bad screenplay adaptation, or not screenplay, but like a script for a TV show. Like, this would be in the movie and it'd be like, come on, man. Like,
yeah,
who does that? Rachel's not going to do that. And we're like, no, I guess Rachel did do that. I guess. Very.
Yep. If anybody would, it would be Rachel. I do believe that.
Yep. It is very much also Rachel to just destroy the house that she's in. Just time to just be like, no, bye.
Elephant
time.
Elephant, bye. Chapter 23, we hop over to Jake. The group is dispersing. It's like 9 p.m. They got to head home. But then they see the Valik pass over the moon, which is so ominous.
Yeah.
So, like, gothic. I loved it. And they realize, now that they've put everything together, like, okay, well, we're in the shit now, so we know how to get this thing's attention, and probably it's going after another one of us. So they decide they're going to distract it by morphing and get it as far away from the houses and from the neighborhood using Cassie's dad's pickup truck.
So the next, like, what, 8 chapters? 6 chapters? Are kind of the reason, like, the first few chapters, I was a bit hard. I was a little angry at Marco because of, his shenanigans. These next 4 chapters are like, no, bud, you don't get a pass for this. What? No, because it really does play into like Marco downplaying a lot of what he's doing, and then the other 3 looking at him and saying what he's doing. And like when it comes to his own turn in the POVs, the next few chapters, he's like, he barely remarks on any of it, or like he immediately marks it like, oh, it's fine, whatever. And it's like, no, bud, you don't know. You can't. You just, yeah. And like, yeah, we'll get into it. But no, bud.
You're so within your rights. But the whole time, I just thought he was really funny.
Oh yeah, no, he is very funny, but also, like, I just, yeah, we get into it in chapter 25. But yeah, 24 for now.
24 for now. Rachel is an elephant. She's full on elephant running away from the beast, which has ripped off the entire back wall of the house that she is in. She burst through the front of the house towards the police, who are there because somebody called them because they saw somebody break into the house. Now they're being run at by an elephant, and they're like, I guess we shoot guns. I guess we shoot our guns. So they're shooting, and then after Elephant Rachel is the beast, and I don't know what they're gonna do about that.
Shoot at it, I guess.
I guess.
What else
I guess
are they
shoot
gonna
at
do?
it with guns.
That's
What
all
else
they
can
have.
cops do?
Pepper spray, I guess. That's their 2 moves.
How do we police brutality? This elephant, it's so big. Oh no, something even bigger. How do we police brutality? That. And Rachel realizes after running a ways that she is just absolutely not gonna be able to outrun this thing. It's not gonna happen. So she stands it down. She like plants herself and it tries to pick her up, but she's too big and heavy.
Yeah, but just JJ, you can't lift that. You're gonna throw out your particles.
Yeah, JJ, he's just hungry. He just wants a meal. He's got to do his good job so he can get a treat.
He's got to get his treat.
So chapter 25.
Yeah.
Marco chapter. Zach, you take it away. Go ahead.
How did Cassie and Jake not immediately be like, because Marco says like, oh yeah, I know how to drive. And
Why
like,
would they ever believe him?
believe him without like, Jake, you've played video games with this man. You know that he has learned how to drive from video games. Like, you know that is how he has learned if he's going to say that he's done it. You know that his dad's not taking him driving. I'm sorry to say that, but like, you know that's not happening. Like, come on, bud. Like, that's not.
So what you're saying is that really it's their fault.
It's Marco's fault for lying and saying that he knew how to drive, and it's also partially their fault for believing him because no, none of them. He knows how to drive. I believe that Jake probably knows better how to drive. I don't know that. I bet Cassie would be a better driver than Marco. It ain't a video game, man, and I know that he thinks that.
Yeah, no, he fully does not know how to drive.
No.
It's a mess.
Not at all. Like, Jake, come on, man.
But he is driving regardless. He is driving Cassie's dad's pickup regardless.
Yeah, and so he passes a car on the left, which you shouldn't do, and then keeps going more left onto the sidewalk and is hitting like trash can after trash can after mailbox after trash can. He hits at least 6 or 7. I'm sorry. On the first page, he hits 7 trash cans.
Jake,
There are 7 BAMs on the trash can. And Jake is screaming at him, like, do you hate trash cans? Like, what is wrong with you?
hate trash cans.
And just like,
That line was so funny.
and like, just driving over curbs and grass and just being like, oh yeah, I missed the street. I turned left. I missed the actual street. But thankfully no one had trees in their front yard. So I just drove through their lawn. And Jake just fully dissociates. He's just like, no, I'm going to kill you. If I survive, I'm going to kill you. And Marcus is like, whatever. It's just Jake. Yes, he's just being like,
Fine.
It's fine. And this is where the lag. He doesn't even. He comes closest to saying that it was a lie of saying, okay, it's not exactly like Wipeout, which, if I am remembering Wipeout correctly, from the name.
I think the name is pretty self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory. Like, nah, that isn't, like, honestly, I was half expecting like Crazy Taxi kind of something. But yeah, no, literally just, no, shit. At least he's back on the road at this point. And almost hits Rachel with the car.
Yep.
Well, yeah. They get to see the Winnebago chawed into sawdust. And, and that it's trying to capture them, which is some good intel for them to all to finally have, which is nice.
Yes.
They're all caught up.
Yes. So as they arrive, Cassie hops out of the pickup to go like talk to Rachel and talk her down and get her safe. And then Jake morphs into a tiger and goes to the back of the pickup, and Marco starts driving away. So their plan is to use the pickup truck so that they're not getting like too worn out, or, you know, so they can go faster trying to lure the Valik away. And I thought this was very
clever.
It's very clever, and it's also so stupid. It's both so smart and so stupid, and I love them for that.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're using it because like it is more of a direct line to just have the car and like have it chase you in the car. I mean, I guess you can't really morph into a bird and fly at the same time. But I'm kind of surprised they didn't like try and spread out in like kind of like because there's 5 of them. Well, I guess there's 4 who can morph. I'm surprised that the 4 of them didn't sort of form like a big square off in the woods and like try to just morph. Well, they can only do that for so long. Yeah, this is really the best plan that they have when it's literally going after Rachel, like,
yeah,
immediately. This is the best plan that they have.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know what else they would do.
Yeah, they don't have another choice without accidentally murdering people.
Yep. So, chapter 26, we hop over to Tiger Jake. He's running around as a tiger. He finds that the Valik can't turn very fast.
Yeah.
Because it's so big. So that's helpful. So he's running around trying to wear it out so he is out of the pickup at this point. Is that right?
Yeah, he jumped out of the pickup after they went through a tunnel on the highway because
right.
Because he's talking about where Marco always crashes and burns in the game. Which again, Jake, you've seen him fail at this video game, and you know that's where he's getting it.
Yeah,
Jake.
It's your fault, Jake.
I'm not getting distracted. You can't distract me from this. But yeah, they're going 70 on the highway, which is just an interesting time. And also, I've never tried to do this, but I can't imagine it would go well. He does drive 70 from the highway without slowing down onto the dirt, onto like off the road.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever been in a fast vehicle moving from like an even, road.
Yes, I have.
At 70 miles an hour?
Yes.
Okay, well,
My dad and his Jeep. Yes.
He wouldn't go down to like 30?
No.
Okay, well,
Not if he was trying to scare me.
Okay, well, he is an ass. Yep.
Yeah.
So you know how bad that is.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I do.
And
it's really bad.
And a Jeep's handling is better than a pickup truck that's old and a junker, kind of.
Uh-huh. A Jeep is arguably
The
much
best.
more made for that situation than a pickup truck is.
I'm surprised that he did not roll the car.
Yes.
Also,
So,
oh shit, this does put a hole in my plan for where they are. Because he says, where'd you learn to drive? Jersey?
I know. I forgot.
So,
I can't believe I didn't know that in my
Jersey.
notes.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think it's not Jersey.
Maybe. I do think you're right in that it's somewhere along the East Coast or the Northeast, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
My next guess is, so the Pine Barrens, there's the Pine Barrens in Jersey, but then there's also Pine Barrens that go into like Massachusetts and New Hampshire.
Okay.
So my next guess is maybe Massachusetts, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Jake is trying to see if he can wear this thing out, and it is not getting tired. It's not working. But he is getting tired. So he hopes that Marco is like ready for his part of the plan. And he runs up a tree to try to get away from the Valik. And the Valik starts chomping that tree. And that's not great. And then, of course, instead of flipping over to Marco's POV, is this chapter 27 or 28? Am I still one
27.
off?
We're going
at some
into
point.
chapter 27.
I fixed it. Good for me. So, chapter 27, we hop over to Rachel. Rachel and Cassie reunite, and Cassie is like, "It's me, I'm Cassie." And Rachel is like, who are you? And she's like, "I'm your best friend, Cassie." And Rachel is like, "Who also am I?" And Cassie is like, "Oh no."
I did find it really kind of cute that she remembers Tobias's names first.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh," and like Cassie is immediately next, but like it is cute that it's like, "Oh yeah, she was gonna go see Tobias. That's what she was going to do."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to see.
It's very sweet. And she doesn't know whether or not she can trust Cassie at all, or like who Cassie is, but Cassie calls her an animorph. And she woke up yelling animorph today. So she's like, "Okay, I will trust you for now." And she just asks Cassie what she should do. And I thought that was very sweet.
Yeah.
Chapter 28, we pivot over to Axe. And I have to make a confession here.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's my new favorite.
Yeah.
I really do. I put in my notes here, I think he's my new favorite. I feel mean to Marco by saying that, but every time an Axe chapter popped up, I just got so excited.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see if it stays the same in the next book. But
Yeah.
does it? So you think it's affecting your rankings for this book?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
We'll get there when we get there.
When we get there. Woo!
So, Visser 3 is letting Axe watch shit from his cage as the Valik almost gets Jake. But then the Valik's attention is taken away. We can guess that that's Marco morphing somewhere. And as the Valik turns away from like getting Jake and almost having him, when the Valik turns away, the workers all flinch because they know that it's going bad.
And when it goes bad, VISSER 3 starts killing them.
Yes.
And I just thought that was such a good, like a good small detail that spoke fucking volumes.
Yeah. And like, he's still kind of a nerd about this tiger. Like he's still a nerd for this tiger. Like he kind of reminds me of Yuri from Yuri on Ice, the other Yuri of just like, he just loves tigers. He would have a tiger shirt if he could.
Yeah, he's obsessed. He thinks it's so wonderful and beautiful.
But yeah, like they all flinch, and like it is immediately just like, who's gonna die? Because yeah, I'm surprised he didn't.
It's not gonna be nobody.
I'm surprised he hesitated on that first guy, on the first.
Oh, same.
And they're like, oh, you actually have an answer? And just,
oh yeah, because so VISSER 3 is furious, of course, and he's like, tell me right now why it wouldn't just grab the one that it almost had and bring it to me before going to the other one. And the lackey is like, I literally don't fucking know. Like we don't know what this thing even fucking is.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, here's my guess. And like VISSER's like, fine. And because it's like a human controller, is literally sweating and shaking, collapsed to his knees. Like, yeah, he almost just died, like, and had to just hope that what he was saying would sound reasonable to an unreasonable man. And literally, what, like 10 lines later, Taxon's dead. He said it was difficult.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, he had that bloodlust. He was gonna do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And VISSER 3 is realizing that they figured out that they're playing like keep away with the Valik. And he's like, okay, well, I'm about to make their lives way harder. Dead or alive, I'm sending my bug fighters, and their asses are grass.
Yeah, that was, at this point, I was like, oh, I'm a little, like, I know they kind of have plot armor, but also, like, oh, he's not messing around. He's in murder mode now. He's going to, he's ready to kill again. And
yes,
that's never
he's
good
kind of
for
ready
anyone.
to kill always. But it's like he is losing sight of his like objectives here.
Yeah, because this is not a great question to ask because I feel bad asking it, but they don't like demorph if they die in a morph, right? I mean, I guess we don't know.
No clue.
Yeah,
no clue.
That's sort of a question that I have is like, if they die in a morph, like, are they gonna shift back? It's like,
I hope not.
That would give up, kind of a lot of things. Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm sure some of the people in Discord being like, well, interesting you ask that.
Yeah.
And then spoiler text, like, okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
So chapter 29, I only have one note. It is, he's gunning it in the pickup while morphing into a gorilla LMAO.
Yeah, like...
That's it.
Yep. I... Just...
Anything to add?
I'm surprised that he's only hitting the occasional mailbox. Like, I do not know how he's somehow driving better as a gorilla than as a human. I don't have any words for that. I'm just...
Yeah.
Maybe it's good that he started driving on the off-road again because he's not doing as much property. Well, no, because he's got to be back on the road. I don't know, man. I can't track what he's doing. He's doing his own.
Nope.
He's doing his own thing.
He's doing his own thing. So chapter 30, we go over to Rachel. Cassie is filling Rachel in on like who she is and also what she is.
she remembers Tobias and the forever Bahakaning, but not a whole ton else. They get away from the houses and to a meadow because they're trying to make sure that the Valik isn't like destroying houses where people live. So they go out into the woods. And now it's about time for Cassie to morph to get the Valik away from Marco. And Rachel is going to stay in her elephant morph because she's real big. And it can't take her. So Cassie decides that she's going to be a squirrel, nice and small, be on Rachel's back to make sure to see like whether or not the Valik can like separate them if they are on each other, basically.
Yeah, I really did like that the little exchange of just like Rachel, getting some of the exposition from Cassie and Cassie being like, it's kind of a hopeless fight. And she's like, isn't that the best kind? And Cassie's just like,
yeah,
you have not changed. You are still very much Rachel. And Rachel's like, oh, you're going to morph? Do it on me. Yeah. Like, yeah. Stay together. Yeah. We're besties. We're going to like immediately working together like smoothly again, which is like, yeah, it's nice to see like there's still that kind of like innate flow between them. Even with some of the memory gone, like, yeah, there's a reason they're good friends.
Chapter 31, we hop over to Marco, and this chapter was like pandemonium.
Yes.
I could like hardly follow what was even going on.
I mean, because I've been reading on my phone.
Yeah.
It's literally 1.5 pages. Like, that's it on the phone. Like, it is 1.5 screens.
Wow.
I think it's one of the shortest chapters we've had so far in the books. Like, it's extremely short. And yeah, it's kind of, yeah, things get bad real fast. I don't know how, but somehow Marco and Rachel collide. I
have no clue.
I don't know why he was heading back that way, or I guess
me either.
Maybe they both like kind of took a left or something and kind of made like a circle back to each other in a way that I guess they did. If you're driving through the trees and all sorts of stuff and you're going 70 miles an hour, I guess you and trying to get away, they just happen to go in the same or opposite directions.
I guess.
Yeah, but he sure does hit her with a pickup. It's bad.
Yeah, so he crashes into Rachel. There's Dracon beams all over. The Valik is on them. The truck flips, like fully flips over. He is thrown out. He hits his head. And he's in gorilla morph. But he has to demorph because he can't get stuck. So he is trying to morph. It's like all a total shit show. And then we hop over to chapter 32 to Cassie. And I feel like things were kind of ironed out here.
Well, I think he wasn't done morphing as a gorilla. Because he was like, he has to finish morphing so that he is still a gorilla and not a human. Because otherwise... they'll no.
Yeah, so from Cassie's POV, we see Rachel get hit by a Dracon beam. We see them get hit by the truck. Marco is knocked out, and the Valik is trying to get all of them. And Cassie realizes this is her nightmare. Mm-hmm. This is her nightmare about having to choose if she lives or if they live. And it's like literally her nightmare come true. And Cassie gets away.
Also, this is the first time any of them have been hit by a Dracon beam.
Yes.
Which I thought was going to be like instant death, but I guess if you're an elephant, you can tank most things, but that was wild.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that, and like she has taken so much damage this book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad she got that nap.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pandemonium. Yeah.
That's what I said. Well, I said pandemonium, but I didn't know how to spell it, and so it took me a few tries. And did you know that pandemonious is a word?
I did not. What does it mean? Same thing?
Yeah. It's just the adjective form of pandemonium. I found that very satisfying.
Huh.
So chapter 33, we hop over to Axe, and my boy is thinking thoughts. My boy is thinking, I'm itchy. And then my boy is thinking, I have fleas. And then my boy is thinking, fleas, you say? And then my boy is morphing into a flea. He's a genius. I'm obsessed with him. He is so good.
Yes. He's just like, yeah, man. Like, Visser's too stupid. He knows I won't become something tiny. He's too much of an idiot.
And in fact,
yes.
They say that they're delivering another animorph, but they see that Axe isn't there, so they go in and open the cage. And then he gets out, of course. He hops onto seemingly something that Visser 3 kills. This is the taxon, I think. Is that right?
I think he jumps on a Hork-Bajir.
Oh, maybe that's right. Well, regardless, whatever he was on,
Yeah.
Visser 3 kills it.
Yes. Yep. No, immediately. it's dead, whatever it is. It really does the Martian Manhunter kind of facing an object into a different density and being like, oh nope, you're gonzo. You're dead.
Yep. You're dead.
Oh.
Chapter 34, we're back to Marco. Marco has been delivered to the Blade ship, and he sees Axe. Or he hears that Axe is alive. He does not see Axe. Axe is a flea. He hears that Axe is alive, and he's so relieved, and that is very sweet. And Axe hears that Marco is there, and they basically just start thought speaking and completely ignoring Visser 3. Yeah. And he's so offended.
He's so mad.
He's so pissed. He can tell that there's a conversation going on that he can't hear and that he's not a part of and that nobody's paying attention to him, and he's so mad.
Just best way to mess with him. It's just, no.
Uh-huh. And then the other best way to mess with him is that the Valik is here and Axe crawls up on Visser 3's back. The Valik is here because it was summoned because Axe morphed and now he's on Visser 3.
I mean, Axe had a good plan. It is a good plan that Axe makes. Like, that is the safest place to be, technically, is on Visser 3 because he's not going to hurt himself and none of them are going to hurt him. So he's just like, yeah, he can, kill as many subordinates as he's going to. Isn't going to do anything to me. And I'm on him. Bioscanner's not going to do it with shit. It's not going to find him. Yep.
Axe tells Marco that he's going to get the Valik's attention and that Marco needs to open the hatch of the ship by putting his hand on a square console that's being used by some of the taxons and just think, open hatch. And that all happens, pretty much.
Yeah, and Visser 3 even is like, oh yeah, why won't you demorph? Why won't you speak? The other Andalite spoke, why don't you? Uh-huh. He's so close. He's so close. He's never gonna get there. I mean, he might eventually, I don't know. But he is so out of it and he will not listen to well, he won't let anyone tell him. But just he's such an idiot.
He's so stupid.
Yeah, just it is a neat how it's the thought orientation, which makes sense given all the different creatures that all the different species that they have. You have to have some kind of universal way to interact with the machines. Mm-hmm, it's thought basis. Okay, that's neat.
Yeah, totally. So as Axe gets the Valik's attention and Marco is getting over to the little control panel, the Valik goes to get Axe and Visser 3 swipes at it and his whole hand is gone. And I found that very satisfying. I enjoyed that quite a lot. And
And then he starts calling for water. And at first I was like, oh, is he trying to like, is this the food for the Valik and he's gonna like, distract it? No, that is not the case. And there's a million reasons why that simply would not work. So he calls for water and the thing starts being like, he starts spraying down the Valik. They start spraying it down. And Marco opens the hatch and it's almost space outside, but not quite. They are still in the atmosphere, technically.
Yeah, they're real close. I mean, I don't know if, well, I guess the Valik probably doesn't live in outer space because it was on the planet, but
yeah, it was.
Oh, they probably
it was
brought
on Saturn.
Yeah, it was like on Saturn rather than like in space. So I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't just like hanging out in space. I think that it was on the planet.
Yeah, so it seems like they have to keep it in order for it to come and go from the ship. They have to be like in the atmosphere still, which is good for them to escape. But that's at least they're high enough to be able to do what they have to do next. Just barely. Also, he really VISSER 3 really needs to know his animals. He calls Marco a monkey.
Yeah, and Marco gets like really pissed off about that.
Yeah, like I also would be pissed if I was an ape or like a gorilla and you called me a monkey. Come on, man.
I wouldn't, because I would never be.
I know you
primate.
would not be. Yeah, I know.
No.
I know.
Now, I know that I am a primate right now and that I am a human, and I also I attest I don't want this either. So, chapter 35, over to Axe. He says that the Valik is a hive mind of billions of little bug guys, because he is also a little bug guy at this point. I love them. I think that it's nice. And he and Gorilla Marco are now falling out of the hatch in the ship. Gorilla Marco definitely cannot fly.
Yeah, no. They cannot.
And then we hop over to chapter 36, Rachel. This is where, like, the cuts back and forth start getting, like, really rapid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very exciting. So we may take a little jaunt through these next few chapters. Zach, if you have anything to add in any of the specific chapters as we go, let me know.
Will do.
Okay. So chapter 36, Rachel, her memories are mostly back. Cassie feels guilty that she didn't morph to save Marco and Rachel. And Rachel is so immediately Rachel about it. She's like, okay, well, that literally doesn't matter because it already happened, which I just thought was very funny.
Yep.
And then they demorph and morph back into owls. They attack some Hork-Bajir. They're joined by Tiger Jake, and Tiger Jake is like, where is Marco? Everything is a clusterfuck. Chapter 37, we cut back to Marco, and in just barely enough time, like really just barely enough time.
Yeah, and like, man, all of the bug fighters that were on the ground, all of those pilots are gonna die. VISSER 3 is gonna eat them. I don't know, kill them, something. And like,
absolutely.
I know that the boys are a little panicking, but maybe Axe should have just remained a flea and just ridden on Marco's bird back.
Yeah,
or something. I don't know. Both of them. I don't. If I was falling, from the sky, I don't know if I'd have the best thought processes.
Yeah.
But
nope.
They literally like are inches away from not dying on the pavement.
And in just barely enough time, Marco demorphs and then morphs into his osprey morph so he can fly. Thank fuck.
Yeah.
Chapter 38, Jake. They all go home, which makes sense, but it was just like so abrupt that I was like, oh, okay. So they all go home. Rachel goes to Cassie's because her mom thinks that she's at the gymnastics camp. And Jake is so grounded. His parents are pissed. But more importantly, Jake thinks that they have lost and failed, and he's so relieved. This was so fucking sad and so awful. He's just like, oh God, now I can finally rest. At least now it's over. Oh my God.
And then, of course, Marco's like, booga booga, let me scare you awake. You're like,
Jake
oh, hey, I'm
hits
back,
the
by
bed
the way.
and he's all the way out. And then Marco in the morning scares him awake and is like, anyway, I negotiated with your dad to make you marginally less grounded. Let's go.
Let's go. We have a fight to do. It's like, bud,
Yes.
I had some peace. I had
Poor Jake.
5 minutes of peace.
Chapter 39, we hop to Cassie. They have regrouped. They're laying everything on the table. They're figuring out all of the information that they have. And Cassie...
Yeah, there's every time, like, both for book 4 and for this book, like, I want to give you a content warning, like a heads up, but all I can say is, like, hey, there's a moment in this book that you might not like, and that's as close as I can get.
For the sanctity of the podcast, you don't even have to do that. I'll do it. I'll experience the whales. I'll do it. I'll be brave. So
Yeah.
but what I was sighing about here was not even the whale.
Oh.
It was that Cassie has this plan and she's like, it has to be me because I'm a coward and didn't sacrifice myself. So it has to be me. And like, I agree that it has to be her because she's the best at morphing and can do it the most quickly and knows what she's doing. This rationale I just find exhausting.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I feel it. I feel like I've been there before of like being in this spot and being like, I probably am the best to do a certain thing, but I have the wrong reasoning for doing it.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, I feel it. Yeah. It's, she'll get there, kind of.
I don't think she will. I don't think she will.
I have to have faith. That's just going to get better.
So chapter 4, Tobias has found a whale.
Yep.
Chapter 41, Cassie goes into the water. Dolphin morph goes to the whale. Human morph gets DNA. There's whale conversation. Do you have anything to add here?
No, I literally just said
Cool.
tasked with finding a whale for Cassie to morph. He finds her one. Sorry, Will. That's it. That's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, because they are morphing and demorphing in the water and what have you, chapter 42, we hop over to Tobias's POV. Cassie gets lifted up by Tobias in roach morph, which I thought was very funny. And then the others are like half morphing in the water, like under the water. So the Valik is trying to get to them, but it can't go into the water. And they're just like morphing and demorphing, which is super gross.
Yeah.
And Cassie asks Tobias if Tobias is ever scared. And he's like, yeah, all the time. And Cassie's like, well, how do you deal with it? And he's like, I do not.
Really?
I absolutely do not.
That's your... I took it the completely opposite way. I thought his like, I understood his advice to basically be feel your emotions and move ahead.
Yeah. It was, yeah, I think, I think I'm telling on myself here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I forget.
Mm-hmm.
I forget that feeling your feelings is
Is dealing with it?
Dealing with it? Yeah.
Yeah, as it turns out.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops.
I was going to say, like, he's explicitly saying he's afraid of everything. He's, like, constantly afraid. He's feeling his fear. And he says, like, there's only one to deal with fear is be afraid. Feel it, and then go ahead and do it. Anyway, like, that's what his advice is to just feel your emotions. Will.
Yeah, okay, this one's on me.
Yeah,
maybe.
a
This
little
is
bit.
on me. Oops. Well, good job, Tobias. My therapist would be very proud of you.
This is also like the second time Cassie has had a conversation with somebody. If she dies, like that kind of conversation. This is the second time in the books. And I'm like, I hope this doesn't become a cycle for you. We'll
see.
Because at this point, it's 3 to 4 books. I really hope that
Yep.
book 10 or 11, we don't have another conversation about it. But yeah.
Yeah. So, in her roach morph, Tobias takes her up as high as they can go. They get over the Valik, because she is going to dive bomb the Valik into the water as a whale. And chapter 43 is her just doing that, and she is so exhausted.
Yeah.
Because she morphed into being a dolphin, back into being a human. Like, it's a whole kerfuffle. She's so exhausted, but she finally fucking does it. The Valik crashes into the ocean. Chapter 44, we pivot to Rachel, but the only note I have here is, she did it, Cassie. She did it. Cassie did it. And then the quote, "Hey, VISSER 3, I washed your dog for you, lol." End of book.
Yeah, sorry, 2 quick notes. So the total amount of morphs that Cassie had to do, because it's not like they acquired the whale a different day. So she had to morph into dolphin to get to the whale, I think, right?
Yes.
And then she had to morph back into human, then cockroach, and then into whale. Which is 4 morphs. That is in the space of like an hour or 2. That is no wonder she is dead tired, like almost falling asleep in the air. Like,
yes,
I would
seriously.
also be so tired. And there's a specific line that I saw and was like, oh, this I reached out to a dark vast being that I could not define. That is probably the worst lines to describe a whale. Oh, yeah, that. But yeah, I am glad that they got to have like a victory without too much loss. Like, they didn't really have.
Yeah.
So I did go through and be like, okay, so I think that the things that they did acquire / lose was more PTSD. They did lose Cassie's dad's truck. There's that Ben and Cherry's truck. Countless trash cans and mailboxes.
And we all lost Wavy Gravy.
We all lost
in
Wavy
2001.
Gravy. A bunch of houses, because I think it still did go through a few. Some cars, that Winnebago, a decent amount of deforestation, and lastly a little shack, which was not their fault that time. That really was not. That was the one thing that was not their fault. Yeah. But yeah, I because I like to do it because it's fun. I went through like the main characters, and I was like, oh, you know what? I think I thought of a fun way to do like, oh, each of their like little D&D classes, because that's sometimes it's, you know, it's fun to do. So Rachel is obviously barbarian, because like
Obviously.
yes.
Yes.
I feel like Marco's a rogue, like that kind of makes sense. He's
Totally.
he's an int rogue. Yep.
Yep.
Intelligence rogue. Cassie's a druid, because like, yeah.
Obviously.
Yep.
Yes.
Jake is a fighter, like, yeah.
Okay. Yes, that makes sense.
And then the ones that are like a little bit for out there is Axe is a sorcerer, because he's like that innate
Yes.
kind of, you know, innate.
That's what
kind
I
of
was going to
power.
say.
And then Tobias is a warlock that used polymorph, and he violated the
God.
pact terms, so he got stuck as the hawk. And then are you curious to see what class I have for VISSER 3?
Yes.
Idiot. Will went off mic, and I could hear them across the house laughing. So I'm glad I set it up that way. Yeah.
I don't know why I wasn't prepared for that, but it really wasn't. Good job.
Thanks.
You got me. Oh, those are very, 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 very accurate. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shall we rank our favorites of the babies?
Yep.
I only have one substantial change, but I'm going to do my ranking anyway.
Okay.
Let's go from least favorite baby to most favorite baby.
Okay.
Starting off at the bottom for me, I've got Cassie still.
Yeah. Unsurprisingly, it's Marco for me.
Yep. Next, I have Tobias.
Next for me is VISSER 3.
He does not count as one of the babies. Who's your next baby, you little brat?
Jake.
Okay, that's fair. My next is Jake after Tobias.
Next for me is Axe, which I know is, yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I haven't got to know him enough.
That's fair. I just really immediately adore him. After Jake, I have Rachel.
I have Cassie. Our lists are kind of inverse.
They really are.
I think except for, except for Rachel.
Yeah, love Rachel. My next is Marco.
My next is Rachel.
Good. Oh, that's crazy. Your Rachel is higher than mine.
Yeah.
But we all love Rachel. Everybody loves Rachel. My number one spot. We're on number one, right?
Yep.
Axe.
Tobias.
Yeah.
Tobias and
I
Rachel
miss him.
are, yeah. I hope he gets another book soon.
Me too.
Yeah. I get it. It's kind of hard to have him as like a central character because of, you know, all of that.
Because of the bird of it
Because
all.
of the bird of it all. But I hope for my bird boy.
Yeah.
There's one thing that kind of bothers me a little bit with, like, I know that Rachel brings him books, but like, kind of want them to like make him a little like birdhouse or like a little apartment or something, and have like, you know, a place for him to keep books that is like, you know, weatherproof, and like maybe give him a radio or something so he can, like, I don't know, listen to music or do something, like hear people talking, hear news, like, I don't know, something for him to do,
right?
Like in his little downtime, because like he's not always searching for food. He's still gotta,
I know this is gonna sound absurd, but like I kind of wish that they would learn about like hawk culture, you know, and like stop trying to treat him like he's still a human guy and like figure out what would actually be nice for him in hawk form to bring him.
Figure out what enrichment he wants or needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Well.
Yeah. I wish they would give more attention to my boy.
Me too. Once we're back with him, I know he's going to jump up so high in my rankings because he always does. Mm-hmm. We just haven't been around him in a while since in an intimate way.
Book 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our next segment?
Yes.
And then a new segment?
Yes.
Okay. First, it's time for Megamorphs. If you were going to morph into something right now, what would it be?
Honestly, it was a few days ago, but like a little chipmunk kind of seems like in my room where it's like self-contained and there's not cats in here. I think chipmunk would be kind of fun to just like tear around and like have fun.
Yeah.
I know that we saw squirrel and squirrel was afraid, but like honestly, yeah, like if I was a little chipmunk, I'd just kind of like go lay on my pillows and I don't know, man, like fuck around.
Cozy but big.
Cozy.
Big cozy.
Big cozy. Yeah. What's a pillow but a giant mattress for a small animal?
That's so true. Take it from our cats.
Yes, they are. Our big awful boy only lays on pillows. If he wants to cuddle, he almost demands that a pillow be placed down first for us to cuddle him. He's a little prince. What about you?
He's absurd. My Megamorphs right now is I am so sleepy that I am fully embracing the sloth life. I just want to be hanging out. I just want to be taking my time. I just want to be taking things one step at a time, real slow. I will be a sloth.
Sounds nice.
Now, I'm going to play a quick clip because we have a new segment brought to us from good sweet Zachy, who thought of it while on a drive back from New Jersey for a work trip. And I think that it is absolutely fucking genius.
Yes, I was listening to the show and y'all were talking about Tobias in his bird form and then brought up Megamorphed and I was like, oh. Okay, yeah, here's a very sad segment. I'm listening to episode 5, and you guys are talking about, Marco and how he's like, oh, I'm afraid for what happened to Tobias. Anyway, I was thinking maybe a fun addition to the Megamorphed would be Forever Morphed, which is you have to say which form you would be the happiest to be stuck in. A fun little addition. Love you.
So, introducing Forever Morphed, the bleakest possible segment. Thank you, Zach.
You're welcome.
Now, the thing about Forever Morphed
you can't change yours, can you?
No, I don't think that you can change yours. And I think that means that I cannot choose my Forever Morphed until the end of the series.
Oh, okay. An interesting long reveal. Okay.
Yes.
Wait,
so I am currently in a data collection phase.
The end of the books or the end of the podcast?
I think the end of the books.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so
since even though I'm going to be on for the Megamorphs, I can at least give the one that I have right now that I listed.
Yes.
So after some thought, not that much, but enough. I was like, you know what?
Enough thought.
Probably not enough, but it's not like Tobias had enough thought. Permanently choose his. So, I was thinking, and it's like, you know what? I think a raccoon would be good because
Say more.
I'm sure that like there's enough people that like kind of want to have raccoon pets. Like
Yes.
you literally showed me a video, was it today or yesterday, that was a raccoon on a leash? Like
Yes.
person would just walking around with a raccoon.
Baby raccoon.
And
on a
also you'd
leash.
still
They were
have
taking him
your
to a stream.
yeah, like you're still like you're kind of cat-like in that you're still like kind of agile, but not too much. You're still fuzzy and like, and then you kind of still have hands. Like,
Yeah, that
it's
is
the
really
closest besides primates that you can really still have hands.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know of any other animal that has as close to hands as raccoons do that aren't primates. I mean, I guess you could say like prehensile tails, but not nods, not hands.
Yeah.
So little grabby hands. Yeah, man, I'd just like we have some groundhogs. I would just be like, yeah, I would just find a place where like, yeah, just let me chill, be a little raccoon. I'm sure I'll probably still scrounge a bunch, but like, oh man, I'm sure everything still tastes good.
Yeah.
Yeah, raccoon.
I'm
just,
not going to
yeah.
lie. You make like a really good case here for raccoon.
I think
because it
it'd be
really
fine.
is like benefits of a cat and hands.
And hands. Like, yeah, look at a raccoon's hands. It like except for a thumb, like they're pretty grabby. They're pretty good.
They're very grabby.
They're good at what they do. Like the raccoons are also like still intelligent enough that like I don't think you'd have to worry as much about the brain taking over. Or losing yourself as much because like
Yeah.
they are creative problem solvers. Like what was
Yes.
wasn't there some city that like has a constant trash problem with
Yes.
raccoons where they just cannot
Yes.
design a trash can lid that is safe from raccoons?
Yes. It's like a whole problem.
Yeah, like they're smart. You're like you're little kid smart, so it's like almost dolphin like. But yeah, I think I'd go with raccoon.
I love it.
Thank you.
Well, sweet Zachy, thank you so much for joining me. This has been very fun. I'm really excited to read these Megamorphs books with you.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to plug?
Go listen to Valence and
Hey, thanks.
And other Hug House shows. I was on an episode of Scoring Magic. I remembered it this time. It's not it's not recording magic, it's scoring
Not
magic.
recording magic.
I was on it. I should remember. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know, man. Think about your forever morphed.
Think about your forever morphed.
Yeah. Think about it.
Well,
Plan.
hey, until next time, think about it.
Bye.
Bye.
Nevermorphed is hosted, edited, and produced by Will Williams. Our theme music is The Chase by Joey Hendricks. Our title is by Eddie Feely, and this podcast would not exist without Mike Schubert's podcast, Potterless and the Newest Olympian. You can find his works at shub.es, that's shub.es. Nevermorphed is a proud member of Hug House Productions. You can find more at hughouse.productions and follow us on Tumblr at Nevermorphed. Get morphin'!